Hey guys, so today I am going to do a first impression slash demo of the Sensationail nail shields that came out, and the idea behind this, as you can see, is it seems to be some sort of sticker that you place down before you apply gel polish, and that way you can remove it a lot easier without damaging your nails. So we'll see how that works. So I have my Sensationail LED lamp here, and this comes in the starter kit that they sell. I have the stickers which came inside this package. It also came with looks like an emery board and an orange stick, which I'll look into in a minute. And I have my polish here. I'm going to be using the OPI gel color in Mirror on the Wall. So it's not a Sensationail polish, but that doesn't really matter, I found. And I'll also need, let's see, I have this Sensationail clear top coat, which I think came in the starter kit. And I think I'll also need, this is looking kind of grotty, this is the gel primer, which also comes in the starter kit. And a lot of brands do gel polish like this now. I have some of these lint-free wipes. I got these from, these are from Orly, I think, these lint-free wipes. And this is the gel cleanser, which I think is effectively just alcohol. This is like the Orly cleanser, and this is the Orly remover, which we won't need in this video. And I think this is pretty much straight up acetone. So the cleanser and the remover you don't necessarily need to purchase from a gel polish brand, because like I think the cleanser is just alcohol and the remover is just pure acetone. And okay, so let's get started here. I'm going to open the little packet here. And what does it say? Alright, it says thoroughly wash and dry hands before application. I think my hands are pretty dry. I didn't just apply any sort of cuticle oil or anything like that. Let's see. Okay, so these are the removal tips here. So I'll do a follow-up video, hopefully, that goes through that. But this is just the application. And it says, before removing the nail shield, select the size that best fits your natural nail. It's best to use one that's too small rather than too large. If it is too wide, use a pair of scissors to trim the excess. And it says, apply the nail starting at the cuticle, pressing down on the center of the nail. Then press on both sides of the nail while smoothing out air bubbles. Okay. So then you gently file, okay, apply at the cuticle and then stretch out the nail shield by pulling away from, okay, and then fold over the top of your nail. Smooth out any remaining air bubbles using the manicure stick, or the orange stick, which is this. And gently file off the nail shield in a downward motion, so that's what you would use this for. Apply any gel color, so it looks like you don't do the base coat step. And cap tips with the gel color polish. Cure for 60 seconds, which is the standard color cure. Apply additional coat for 60 seconds, and then you do the base coat, or the base and top coat. And then you would soak the lint-free wipe with cleanser and wipe all nails until the tacky layer is removed. All right, so let's get started here. So I just had a cardboard insert sort of thing. And my nails are pretty short at the moment. Okay, so I just pulled out one sheet here. And I don't have super wide nail beds, I don't think. So I'm just going to kind of lay it over okay. I'm going to go with the third from the top, I guess. Am I doing this right? Okay. So they're really thin, a little bit hard to get off. So they're pretty transparent and okay. So I maybe could have gone up a tad, like you can see the edge on me anyway, there's like that much space there and maybe just that much there. So I'll try to remove the excess or the air bubbles. I don't really have much of a free edge at the moment. Let's see how well this files off. Okay, so that came off pretty well. I don't have any experience doing like nail appliques, so I can't really speak to any sort of comparison. Let's try this one for my, so this is the, let's see, fifth from the bottom, going smallest to largest for my pointer or index finger. I think that was actually a pretty good size for that finger. Alright, just do another little smooth over. Okay, and then for my middle finger, maybe I can get away with this one. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 from the bottom. Okay. That was another pretty good fit, I think. So I am kind of impressed. Like these aren't the hardest things to apply. And then let's try this one might work. It's the fourth from the bottom for my ring finger. And again, filing it off. Okay, and for my pinky, let's try, I'm going to go ahead and go with the smallest one here. Okay. Alright, so that's that hand all done. And I'm going to go ahead and do my right hand. And I'm right-handed, by the way, so in case you're curious. Alright, so I think I'm just going to try and match up what I did on the other hand, I think, just for the sake of ease. So I did the third from the top for my thumb, which actually I'm going to try one bigger just to see. I'm assuming my nail beds on each hand are pretty similar. I kind of messed that one up there a little bit. So you can kind of lift it up a little bit and play with it. It's quite a, I guess, stretchy material. Looks like I have a little bump of something there. So I don't think that really covered any more than the other one did. Actually, I think I'm going to try and remove this one and go with the other size, just because I think I damaged this one as I was applying it. So that's, I don't know if you can see, it looks like it, I don't know. I don't know if that's adhesive or if it pulled up some of my nail when I pulled it off. I guess I would say when you're picking it off, probably it's best to pick it up from the free edge of your nail rather than the cuticle edge, because that way any sort of distortions or bumps will be on the side that you file off, probably, hopefully. And like I said, I am right-handed, so it was probably a bit easier for me to do it on my left hand. Alright, so did my thumb, and let's go, I think this one was my middle finger, the next largest that's missing, and didn't follow my own advice and I just picked up from the cuticle edge, but that's okay. So this is my middle finger. Looks like I got a bit too close to the cuticle there. Alright, and then what's next? The next one to it, I think I did on my index finger. Okay, so this one. So that's that one done. And next one would be they're almost too translucent. I almost wish they had a slight pink color to them. I mean, they look a lot more pink when they're stacked on each other, obviously. Maybe if these do well, that would be a possible suggestion, because you know some like sheer polishes that you want to build up, you have trouble getting, you know, to the layer of opacity you want without it streaking a bunch or just getting kind of gloopy. So that way you could kind of cancel out some of the natural color of your nail. And finally, this one for my pinky. Am I doing it from the wrong edge? Yes. Alright, so I'm just going to go over one more time with the manicure stick, as I call it. And if you can see, some of my, like this nail in particular is quite ridged, so unless I really want to file down my nails, I can have some issues with sort of a smooth application. It's not necessarily the polish's fault, it's just my nails. Alright, so we've done that, and the next step is to let's see, apply any gel color. Okay, so we are on to the polishing phase. So you don't need primer, which I guess is effectively, I think it's a form of glue that helps the polish to stay on your nails. and you don't need a base coat. So you just go straight in with your color. There we go. Make sure my thing is, yep, it's on. Okay. And if you haven't played with gel polish before, oops, okay, they tend to be more expensive than your normal polish. And usually this OPI, oops, says shake well before using. My bad. Let's give this a shake just to. This OPI one seems to be the same size as their normal bottles, but I know a lot of brands, their bottles are smaller, so that's just something to be aware of. I don't know if shaking really did anything. Alright, so I do 4 fingers at once, and then do my thumb. And that's just because of the size of the lamp that I have. And I probably could fit my thumb and my 4 fingers, but I feel like it's just as easy to do it step by step. So this is an LED lamp. I know, as far as I can tell, all gel colors will cure with an LED or UV lamp. I think the LED lamp is preferable, obviously, because you're not exposing your hands to unwanted UV light. So alright, so that's one coat, and I probably should have cleaned up, because once it is cured, it's hard, these kind of edges that are overflow or whatever just kind of stay. So that is one downside. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do another coat on this hand, and I'm gonna turn off the camera, and I'll pick up again when I've finished the 2 coats on both hands. Okay, so I was watching TV. Alright. Okay, so I just did 4 coats of the polish. I find that gel polishes tend to be kind of sheer, so you kind of have to build them up. The good news is, because you're curing it between each coat, that you don't end up with the sort of massive amount of thick polish on your nail trying to dry at once. So anyway, so what I like to do next is take the same emery board and, is it in focus? Maybe. And if there's any of the free edges that the polish kind of cured and formed a little sort of extension or anything, I kind of file that off. I guess in a way it's kind of like putting acrylics on your nail. And they say to wrap your tips, which is, you know, you kind of run the brush along the edge of your nail to cap it off. But for some reason, partly because my nails are so short, but I just find that ends up putting a lot of extra nail polish on your fingertips, which you then sort of have to try and get off. or it just kind of pools underneath. And I find anyway that you can see there, it looks like there's tip wear already. Like it doesn't like to, I guess, kind of grab hold of the free edge very well. So I just skipped that step. I find that gel polish, it looks different than regular polish anyway, so I guess I haven't been doing gel polish in a while. You can see there's a fair bit that is kind of hanging over. I guess when I do gel polish, I just kind of embrace that as kind of just one of the pros and cons of this type of manicure. And sometimes, like if you have a bit that's on your actual skin, or even like here, you can try and kind of just peel it. But I find it's easier to do this before you apply the top coat, because obviously a top coat you're going to be sealing in the excess with another coat. So this isn't something that they necessarily recommend that you do, but I suppose you could try and take pure acetone and clean up the edges, but I find this to be easier. Alright, so now I'm going to, because I created some dust and whatnot, I'm going to take one of these wipes and the cleanser. And again, this isn't something they recommend, but and I'm just going to quickly run it over my nails. It does form kind of a tacky layer. I don't know why, but it does. And you can see after doing that, they do look a little matte, just with the color, not the top coat. And it does seem to remove something. I'm not sure exactly how much, but anyway. Alright, so now I'm taking this base and top coat, and this only needs 30 seconds to cure. So on the Sensationail machine, at least, it beeps after 30 seconds. Looks like there's something. These oily gel polishes have, like this one in particular, has quite a short little brush, which may be better for control or whatever, but it's just different. Okay, so those look good. So I'm going to cure those for 30 seconds. And I really don't feel like, because you have to build up the layers, and because I do my 4 fingers and my thumb on each hand. So it takes quite a while, even though it's only 1 minute per coat, to kind of complete the process. So I don't find that this, okay, so that was 30 seconds. I don't find that this is necessarily a quick manicure to do. But you know, you have the kind of, I guess, lasting power. I'll let you know how these do in terms of lasting power. And again, it's just a different look too. If you like that kind of really plush, thick look on your nails, gel manicures will tend to give you that. And I noticed as I was polishing, the polish went kind of like over the edge of the nail shield. So I'm curious to see what effect the nail shield will have. I should have done one hand with the nail shield and one hand sort of normal, but oh well. And Sensationail, I know you can find, I think I bought these at CVS, the nail shields, and also they carry their sort of other products. I think you can also buy them online. I can't remember drugstore.com if they still carry the products. CVS also has like the Sally Hansen gel line, and I know Orly makes gel polish, but I don't know. I think I've bought mine from like Haute Look or something, so. I think Essie and China Glaze are also getting into the nail polish or the gel polish game. I haven't tried theirs yet. Alright, so that was 30 seconds on the last, and I'm just going to put a little bit more of the cleanser, if I can get it open. Can't. There we go. So just the same one. Again, I'm pretty sure this is just straight alcohol. Alright, so there is the finished result. And I know, like, just from the clear coat, there's some edges again that I think I'll file down, but yeah, that's how they look. They look, you know, the same as they would if I had just done sort of the gel polish normally. So I will check back with you guys to let you know how the removal process works and how long they last and everything. So yeah, I will talk to you later. Bye.